What up, gamers? It is Mace from Teamheadkick. Welcome to the Bash session. Today we are talking about Men in Black, Alien Crisis. This game is now out on the Xbox 360. I decided to go ahead and give it a rent so I could do a playthrough and see what it was all about. Guys, I have not lost faith that one day there will be a good video game that is based on a movie. And, it really makes me sad as a gamer to see companies, especially Activision, who made Men in Black, just poop out these ridiculously horrible games. These are publishers and companies that make really good games. But anyway, I won't talk about Activision so much right now. Let's get into the gameplay of Men in Black, and I'm going to tell you why it is not for you. Okay, let's start right away. Graphically, the graphics look a little bit old. They're a little dated. I wasn't really impressed with any of it. The character mapping doesn't look amazing. The sound design, it was about average. There's no driving soundtrack or any amazing music going on. It's just kind of your substandard voice acting. A lot of this is not good, and I decided to go ahead and play through anyway. But the big elephant in the room is the gameplay. The gameplay is god-awful. It is up there with some of the worst that I've ever played. It is a linear world, which means you are stuck in one spot and have to do what the game wants you to do before you can move. Now, that does not work when you're playing a shooter. And so what happens is you get overwhelmed by a bunch of enemies that always throw grenades, and your only option is to hide behind some cover, jump out, shoot some enemies, run when they throw grenades to the other side of the cover, and rinse and repeat. You cannot back up. You cannot go forward. You are stuck in one spot shooting like a friggin' noob. And I hate it. Within the first 2 minutes of playing this game, I wanted to throw it out the window. I wanted to take it back to Blockbuster immediately and never play this piece of shit again. But what kept me going? Aha! Achievements. That's right. In the first 20 minutes of playing this game, I racked up 400 achievement points. Super easy. And I guess at the end of the day, that's why I even bother playing these games. The gameplay was so incredibly bad that multiple times I found myself just wanting to smash my Xbox 360. Now, that's a little bit of rage, and I don't need to be that way, but let's move back into the review of the game. There are several different levels that you get to play, and they tried to mix it up and do a bunch of different gameplay. So you have one section that's kind of like an LA Noire style. You go around investigating clues and trying to figure out who the aliens are. This sounds exciting, right? It's not. You have one or two clues. It's the only clues you have. You can't go the wrong way. There is no misdirection. All you do is play these levels that take 20 or 30 minutes to scan some shit, and that's it. And then you figure out the answer and move forward. It's horrible. I have no idea why they added that into the game. The shooting sections of the game are one of the most fun as far as gameplay, as far as what you can actually play and do, because you get multiple weapons. You get like 5 weapons. You have a bunch of little perks that go on those weapons. You can slow down time, or you have an anti-gravity grenade, things like that. And you can throw your enemies up in the air and shoot them and, blah, 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 blah. But, again, back to the achievements, and then with the shooting part, you can rack up so many achievements so quickly just by walking through this game and shooting everything. I mean, it's ridiculous. I finished the game with 900 achievement points, and I did that in under 4 hours, about a 3-hour playthrough. And that was only because I was sucking my face off, which brings me to another situation. You get very little help in this game as far as what the hell you're supposed to do. The first boss that I fought is this weird flower thing, and I would get it all the way down to super easy stuff, get it all the way down to 10% health, and all of a sudden I would die. Over and over and over and over again. It must have been 5 or 6, maybe even 7 tries before I figured out how to beat this friggin' boss. And they don't tell you how to do it. Now, bosses on this scope, big aliens, awesome, right? Too bad you're only going to fight 2 of them in the entire game. That's right. In the first level, you fight one in a little VR training mission, and then you don't fight another one until the very last boss, the end of the game. And that boss is a big scorpion, a la Scorpion King. Very easy to defeat. There's just no mystery, no excitement, no action. This entire game is just boredom, blah, 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 choosing these weird choices, investigating stuff, shooting enemies that you can't run away from or can't, move at all. You're just stuck in one area while they swarm you. But then one of the cool things is the driving section. Because you would think you get to control that and you would have a party, right? Well, guess what? You don't control it. You're the gunner. and that's it. You roll around as the gunner, and you'll go through these missions, and you'll crash, and you'll die, and you'll be like, what the fuck, dude? Why is the AI so stupid that it can't even drive itself through these levels? Until you realize, oh, when there's obstacles in front of your path, and only when there's obstacles in front of your path, then you take over control and you move the vehicle that you're in. So wait, let me get that straight. You're supposed to fly through these levels with an AI driver and shoot bad guys. But when there's shit in front of you that's going to hurt your car, now you're in control of the car. It is retarded. I don't understand. I don't get it, guys. So I'm going to wrap up, and here's my summation basically in a big way, and this was my bash session fully. Out of a 1 to 5 star rating in any category, this game doesn't get, for me, above a 1 in any category. I think the most fun part of it, once the game got going, once I had unlocked everything, maybe the gunplay got up to a 2 at best. But nothing outside of that will blow your skirt up at all. I would say heavily avoid this game at all costs unless you are just an achievement whore, in which case you'll get 1,000 achievement points in under, 3-4 hours. So if that's the only reason you want to play it, then go ahead and go pick it up. But don't say I didn't warn you, because this game will piss you off. That's it for the bash session today, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I will talk to you soon. It is Mace from Teamheadkick. Peace.